Hi, I'm Steve Younis. Welcome to the Speeding Bulletin, your Superman highlights video, bringing you up to speed on everything that took place in the world of Superman from February 24th to March 2nd, 2021. Our top news stories this week included Warner Brothers hires Ta-Nehisi Coates to write a Superman movie reboot, Superman and Lois is renewed for a second season, and DC announces a new Supergirl comic book series. Let's check out these news stories and more, but before we push on, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on that bell to receive notifications whenever we post a new video. It's been a big week for Superman fans with lots of movie news, TV news and comic book news to get through. So let's start straight in with the movie news side of things, with Warner Brothers having hired writer Ta-Nehisi Coates to reboot the Superman film franchise alongside producer J.J. Abrams. Toby Emmerich, chairman of Warner Brothers Pictures Group, said, "We're confident that Coates' take on Superman will give fans a new and exciting way to see the Man of Steel." It has been confirmed that the project is being set up as a Black Superman story. This idea has been floating around since actor Michael B. Jordan was attempting to develop a Black Superman project when he first arrived at Warner Brothers back in 2019. Will it be a Black Clark Kent, or will they introduce the movie world to either Calvin Ellis or Val Zod? We'll have to wait and see. IGN sat down with Zack Snyder to go deep on the Justice League Snyder Cut with new details on what the 4-hour-long DC movie means for Superman. You can watch the full 45-minute panel at our website, and during the panel, Snyder unveiled a new video titled The Mother Box Origins. The CG sequence shows the heroes that make up the Justice League depicted on the sides of the Mother Boxes in the style of classical reliefs and sculptures. And as Snyder teased during his IGN FanFest panel, the video is loaded with DC Easter eggs.
And the moon is in the street, and the shadow boys are breaking all the laws. And you're east of East St. Louis, and the wind is making speeches.
DC has given fans a first look at the exclusive Funko Pop 4-pack collection of vinyl figures based on characters from Zack Snyder's Justice League. This limited edition 4-pack will be available for pre-order next week. The black and white metallic colorway is exclusive to the DC shop. Warner Bros. Home Video has released the design for the recently remastered version of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice in 4K Ultra HD. Scheduled to be available from March 23rd, Zack Snyder has regraded the color, restoring the movie to have a variable aspect ratio presentation that switches between the aspect ratio of the normal movie and IMAX sequences, and we will let you know when the Blu-ray is available for pre-order. And there was plenty of TV news with the pilot episode of Superman and Lois airing last Tuesday night. Our reviewer Neil Bailey not only wrote up a lengthy review giving the episode a 5 out of 5 rating, but he also submitted a short video review for the episode, which he will be doing each week.
Look, up in the sky! It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a good Arrowverse show? No, it's even better than that. It's a good Superman show. So far, at least.
Be sure to check out the Superman and Lois Ampersand and Sons podcast hosted by Neil Bailey and Julian Finn. On the first episode, the guys explain why they think the show is off to a good start, then their kids step in to give their reviews. You can check out the Superman and Lois Ampersand and Sons podcast at our website, iTunes, Spotify and iHeartRadio. During the premiere, the CW posted 10 Easter egg moments you might not have seen during the Superman and Lois pilot episode. Obvious ones were the Fleischer Superman costume, the tribute to the cover of Action Comics #1, and quite a few of you spotted the names of Siegel and Schuster and Donna in the background. YouTube video creator Adil of Steel also uploaded a new video which highlights many of the Easter eggs in the pilot episode, which pay homage to Superman's past iterations.
Here you go, friend.
Cool costume.
Thanks. My mom made it for me.
You can watch the full video at our website. The premiere of Superman and Lois saw an average of 1.71 million total viewers and a 0.4 demo rating. The CW enjoyed the largest audience in 2 years, with the first hour of the 90-minute pilot delivering the network's best numbers since the 12th episode of Season 5 of The Flash. The pilot episode of Superman and Lois was its CW's second largest season or series premiere audience since Batwoman in 2019. And after the great ratings, the CW announced that they have renewed Superman and Lois for a second season. Mark Pedowitz, chairman and CEO of the CW network, made the announcement saying, "We are thrilled to now have two brand new bona fide hits in Superman and Lois and Walker, both of which have been renewed for next season, along with 11 other of our shows, further positioning us for continued strength and stability for the next season." The CW released the official promo trailer for the second episode of Season 1 of Superman and Lois. Titled Heritage, this episode aired Tuesday, March 2nd. The CW also released a gallery of photos from the third episode of Season 1 of Superman and Lois. Titled The Perks of Not Being a Wallflower, this episode is scheduled to air on the CW on Tuesday, March 10th. The CW also gave us a sneak peek of what we can expect from upcoming episodes of Superman and Lois via a new trailer.
After my father died, I felt pretty lost. I had a lot of questions about who I was, why I could do the things I could do. So I came here, found my answers.
You brought your son to me. Why?
Each power comes with its own burden. It's not just what you do, it's also what you don't do.
What's the point of having something special if you're not allowed to be special?
When your dad gets distracted, lives are at stake.
I know you can hear the bomb in my ship.
Where the hell is Superman?
Me or them? Make a choice.
Everything you do is a mistake.
I don't know who my kids are anymore.
If you don't like the way something is, change it.
I don't like his priorities changing.
It's called being a father.
But I'm not throwing away time with my family. If anything goes wrong, I will be there.
Superman and Lois. New episodes stream free Wednesdays, only on the CW app.
We also now have the official description for the fourth episode of Season 1 of Superman and Lois, titled Haywire. In this episode, while sitting in the stands at the high school football game, Lois and Chrissy spot fish out of water Morgan Edge conversing with Mayor Dean and Kyle Cushing, and the two see right through this insincere move to try to win over the town. Meanwhile, Clark agrees to help Lois out at a town hall meeting, but things get tense when he finds himself pulled in two different directions. Lastly, Jonathan is having mixed emotions about Jordan's newfound status. This episode is scheduled to air on the CW in the US on Tuesday, March 16th. In another new video, the cast of Superman and Lois answered the question, what was your first memory of Superman?
My first memory of Superman.
They dressed me up as Superman for Halloween, and I remember spending way too much time trying to get that curl right.
All the boys had Superman shirts on. The Superman insignia everywhere.
The first memory I have of Superman is Dean Cain walking through the bullpen at the Planet with Terry Hatcher.
Watching the Donner film, like Christopher Reeve, as a kid, because that was my mom's favorite.
Oh, there you go.
It's a good movie, great movie. Nostalgic.
Talking with DCComics.com, Tyler Hoechlin discussed what it's like playing Superman in his own TV series, what he's learned about the character, why Lois Lane is important, and so much more. He said it's been nice to jump into something that feels familiar and yet at the same time entirely new and different. It's a nice way to kick things off when you're starting a new show. You can check out the full interview at DCComics.com. In a new interview published at EW.com, Lee Tolan Krieger, who directed the pilot episode of Superman and Lois, revealed that they were able to use a real newspaper office as a location for Daily Planet scenes due to COVID shutdowns. He said, "We actually shot at the Vancouver Daily Sun newspaper, which had never had photography there because they're a working newspaper. Just because of COVID, nobody was there and we got to shoot in there." Krieger also reveals he is a big fan of Snyder's Man of Steel, which was also an inspiration for the way he directed the pilot episode of Superman and Lois. Just like the other recent character images, the CW has released a new poster images for Emmanuel Trickery as Lana Lang Cushing, another of Eric Valdez as Kyle Cushing, and a third one of Indy Navarrete as Sarah Cushing. HBO Max revealed that Superman the Animated Series will not only be available on the streaming service from March 1st, but it will be shown in high definition. Superman the Animated Series made its debut on the Kids WB television on September 6, 1996. Look for a Blu-ray announcement in the near future. In other good news, the CW has made both seasons of the sci-fi series Krypton available to watch for free on their streaming platform CW Seed. In comic books, Supergirl returns to DC Comics this summer to headline her first new series in years, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Launching in DC's Infinite Frontier era with art by Bilquis Evely and Mart Lopez, written by Tom King, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow takes Supergirl and sidekick Krypto into space on a journey that will have Supergirl fans cheering for more. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow launches on June 15th. Over the past week, artist Wilfredo Torres has shared a number of drawings for Superman 78 via his Twitter account. The images are mostly of scenes from Superman the movie and Richard Donner's Superman 2, with a Bizarro image also amongst the prelim drawings. Superman comic books available this week from March 2nd include Crime Syndicate number 1, which is available in a variant cover, Infinite Frontier number 0, which is also available in a variant cover, Suicide Squad number 1 also comes in a variant cover, Superman and Batman Generations Omnibus hardcover, and Superman Adventures Lex Luthor Man of Metropolis trade paperback. Fans of Superboy Connor Kent may want to start picking up the new Suicide Squad comic book series. Amanda Waller, now back in control of the squad, sends a new squad into Arkham Asylum to recruit the deadly Court of Owls assassin Talon, while she interviews another new candidate, Superboy. Why Connor Kent? Well, Amanda Waller is tired of losing. Who else will Waller recruit for this new team of losers? Find out in issue number 1 out now. Our reviewer Craig Bomer reviewed Crime Syndicate number 1, giving it a 4 out of 5, saying, "I like that they are detailing how the Crime Syndicate got together and drawing parallels to the origins of the Justice League." Craig also reviewed Infinite Frontier number 0, saying, "The format for this did nothing for me. It was just a preview issue for what is coming up for DC," and he gave it a 3 out of 5. And you can read both reviews in full at our website. And speaking of Infinite Frontier, DC announced that a new 6-issue miniseries by Joshua Williamson and Zamanico with covers by Mitch Gerards will begin on June 22nd to further explore DC's rapidly expanding multiverse. In this summer event, Alan Scott, the Green Lantern from the Justice Society of America, has noticed some of his allies are still missing in action and he's determined to find them. There are others, though, that would rather remain hidden than explain themselves, like Roy Harper, aka Arsenal, a man who should be dead now is not. Plus, what does all this mean for the DCU's place in the multiverse? On opposite sides of a dimensional divide, both Barry Allen and President Superman ponder this question. Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of our time. Play it smart and add these Lex Luthor items to your collection now. Get the Funko Pop TV Smallville Lex Luthor collectible figure for $28. And how about this Enesco DC Comics Superman vs Lex Luthor figurine, yours for $66.10. These and other Lex Luthor collectibles are available through the Superman homepage online shopping page at supermanhomepage.com/shop. Before we get into the rest of this week's news, if you're finding this video interesting or entertaining in any way, then please leave a thumbs up and a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Also, if you'd like to support the Superman homepage, then you can become an official member of our YouTube channel with different levels of perks. All you have to do is click the join button below. Or you can become a sponsor through patreon.com/Superman homepage. So in the rest of this week's news, Mezco gave us a first look at the upcoming Superman 112 collective figure due out later this year. The 112 collective Superman figure is wearing his classic costume inspired by the 1978 film Superman the movie, and will be available with at least 2 different head sculpts. We will let you know when the figure is available to pre-order. The Superman homepage Super Trivia Quiz has been updated for the beginning of the new month, and the 3 questions we're asking you this time around are, including Superman, how many people are on the front cover of Action Comics number 1 from 1938? What is the main object in focus on the comic book cover of the newsstand edition of Superman number 75? And what is Superman holding on the 2015 comic book cover of Superman number 1? If you think you know the answers to all 3 questions, come by our website now to submit your entry. You'll find the Super Trivia Quiz under the Favourites menu. That's all the news there was, the big week, February 24th to March 2nd. I'm Steve Younis. I'll see you next week.